Okay, so this is the current state of Lindsey. We have our front angle view, and I'm going to run a quick calibration test on her. I'm going to be using basic walk. As you can see, for the most part, it's pretty decent. With a few modifications along the joints inside of the original source file, we might be able to smoothen that out. Maybe move the stripes away a little bit to provide us like a solid color in between the joints, just to make them a little bit smoother. Or maybe just play a little bit more with the joint masks. Here is the 45-degree angle. Now we have a certain bit of popping here. Maybe as part of the leg, you can go back and redesign the top part of the leg to include the bottom part of that shirt. That way it doesn't look so unnatural. But overall it's not that bad. There's a little bit of overlapping here on the feet, but that's kind of unavoidable because of the fact that, you know, she has really big feet. So there's going to be a little bit of an overlap there. It's not that bad though, especially for a character that's for the most part going to be used in a little bit more of a flat setting, not too close up. For any close-ups, then we obviously have the original template that we can use to animate those things inside of Flash itself and just kind of edit them into the final piece. To deal with certain little things like this popping here, maybe we can go back and draw part of this head as part of the torso itself. That way that popping is not so obvious. Let's see, this is a 35-degree angle. Again, the thing with the shirt, we can add the bottom part of the shirt as you know, a way to kind of cut down on this top part to kind of let it blend in more visually. I've sort of done that here in the front view to a certain extent. As you can see, part of the leg, I drew some little like wrinkle type things on top of the leg so that when it pops out, it kind of blends in. So it's not that unnatural. So something to look into. This is the back view. This slight overlapping of the things, I mean, it actually doesn't look that bad. I would just go back and redraw the bottom part of the shirt on top of the leg again. But the wrinkling aspect of it actually kind of looks a little bit of a little bit appealing. Actually, kind of looks like you know, natural wrinkling of the fabric. Right here where we have these circular things, I mean, we can go back into the source file and just kind of smoothen it out as part of the design process. So as you can see, for the most part, this character is pretty much done. This is the neck part, this placeholder for the neck. Especially since she has wings, a lot of this stuff you won't even see anyways. It'll cover a lot of that stuff up. This is the 270 view. And 315. Some popping going on there. I think I might be able to fix that. Let's see here. Let's go into Scene Manager, Joint Masks. Let's see what happens there. There we go. It's not too bad. And back to our front view. Some kind of unnatural overlapping there. If I just kind of move them to the side a bit, that might be enough to fix that. It's not too bad. It's just a matter of playing around with it a little bit more. But at this point, the more important part is getting the rest of the hands done, the eyes for the expressions and the different mouths. So I'm going to do a overall calibration test so you can kind of get an idea of where we're at. That's the rotation, there's the head rotation. So as long as the character's not too extreme in the animation, we might be able to get away with a lot. It'll be the upper and now the lower legs. And of course, since we don't have all the expressions done, the face motions
Up,
are not very
down, left,
well defined.
right, and some natural movement. Eyes closing and blinking. Up,
We don't have
down,
any blinks or
left,
eye articulations.
right, and rolling. A, E, I, O,
So these mouth expressions
U,
need to be defined also.
and meow. Smile, angry, sad, happy, surprised, and scared.
Alright, let's see. Now the other thing, let me see if I can bring out, because of the limitations on the software, Crazy Dog doesn't actually like certain things like long hair because they kind of tend to overlap against other parts, and we run into an issue here with the wings. I think we might be able to get away with wings by by either merging them as part of the torso. I'm not sure how that'll play out because of the different layering with the arms and stuff, but if you animate one angle at a time, we can easily attach the bow and the wings as props. Let me delete that. And so here's the bow. And it's pretty impossible to put this bow as part of the character itself. We might be able to do it, you know, as part of this thing, but because it extends out, it's going to have conflicts with the legs. So we could either make this part, you know, shorter so it'll reach up here, and then we can merge it as part of the torso, and you know, save ourselves a little bit of trouble at that point. Or we can leave it as is, but you're gonna have some conflicts sometimes when the arms come in front of the bow or behind it and things like that. So I'm gonna take this bow, I'm gonna use the linking feature, and I'm gonna try to find the neck. There it is, somewhere in here. Oops. So I attach it to the neck region, and then I place it there. And I'm going to take the wings and bring the wings into the software. Now the problem with this method is that the wings and the bow is not multi-dimensional, so we're pretty much stuck with animating one angle at a time, unless we gotta get creative and do some switching and stuff. But you know, it might be possible to pull it off. I'm gonna attach this to the torso, and I'm going to move it back a bit. So there we have that. So when we add a one of the predefined animations, let's see, move, let's see, walk happy. Let's try that. That looks terrible. Let's try walk female. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. With a little bit of tweaking, we can make it a little bit more realistic. Let me extend that walk cycle. And you can see that the props kind of stay with it. And I kind of like the way that looks because it doesn't move at the same time. Let's see. Again, a lot of this stuff can be fixed during the actual animation phase where you can adjust the layering and stuff like that. So